Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's PSA announcement. I'm Andrew Botterbush, and this week we're going to be talking about keeping trails natural. To start, we'll talk about what is a PSA. A PSA is a public service announcement. The idea of a public service announcement is to bring knowledge to the general public about an issue or concern of certain people in the community. For example, there have been many ideas of or public service announcements about drunk driving and many other issues. Like I say, today we will be talking about littering and keeping trails natural. To start, as you can see, that's the title of mine, is Keeping Trails Natural. And the idea behind this is not littering and simply picking up your trash when you can. You'll also see that I have a trail of garbage instead of an actual trail leading through my image. I chose a picture that has a very beautiful sunset surrounded by trees in a very natural area, and I wanted to contrast that with the image of trash going through the middle of it. This is considered to be a negative image because although it's very beautiful on the outside, it's negative because it has this very filthy image of trash going through the middle, complete with beer bottles and other pieces of trash. In this image, I use the rule of thirds to align my text on the grid, but I also use center alignment to align my text as well as have the trail itself go through the middle of the image. I used a lot of contrast in this image by having a bright part up here, having dark parts here, and then another light part through here that runs through the trail to contrast the image and really bring out the idea of this trail running through it. I also consider this to be continuity as the trail itself continues on through the image all the way until the sunset. And I used visual hierarchy. The visual hierarchy I'd say in this piece is the keep the trails natural. That is what draws your attention in the first place, and then I consider the image of the garbage to be second. I also used lack of color in this. Although the image itself seems to have some color, I didn't want it to be too visually diverse, although I have contrast between the lights and the darks, not so much in the colors, because I wanted this to be the only true color that has that will draw your eye in. Although, like I say, there's color up here, I don't consider it to be too drastic, and I want your eyes to be drawn right here. How I did this was I did a simple mask. So I started off with the image itself and then masked out two layers of garbage. That was the original image. Um, and then I added one layer of trash and then another one just to kind of fill in a little bit and help complete the image. And then, of course, I added text over it and with a opacity layer behind it just to have it stand out a little bit more. And of course, on this, I use sans serif text. You can tell that because of the uh, ends, how it pokes out, and it's not straight cut off. I chose sans serif because it is somewhat professional looking, but also grabs your attention. So, like I say, my general idea was keeping litter off of trails because litter is a huge hindrance to hikers and nature in general. I believe that it's very simple to pick up a piece of trash, whether you're in town, but also especially out on the trail. Whether it's yours or someone else's, it's very easy just to bend over and pick up that piece of trash. And as I always say, pack it in, pack it out. I think that's true with everything. I'm Andrew Botterbush. Thank you for listening.